Welcome everyone back to Lions Acquisition Headquarters, where there ain't no C in the acquisition because we ain't taking any crappy players or any crap from anybody. Wow, what a great show we've got planned for you today. A lot of jam-packed information. Got a great steal of the draft name in the second round at the 61st pick. And then, of course, we're going to be hitting on this topic right here. But before we do, let's like and subscribe these videos. You know the content is there. It's here every day for you. Man, it's a lot of fun talking about the Lions right now and seeing what they're going to do in free agency and who they're going to acquire. So far, it's been an active one with Matthew Betts and the wide receiver they've put on the practice squad. But we got more to come. Okay, so let's get into it. All right, we're talking easily the best position in free agency has got to be defensive tackle. And what do the beloved Detroit Lions need? Defensive tackle help. And boy howdy, does the cap align with the need. Because there are several opportunities for us to make a splash, not only in free agency, but actually in the season, to where these guys are making splash plays over and over again, wrecking quarterbacks' dreams and making them think about our defensive tackles and their nightmares. Okay, so Allie McNeil, stud. He's going to continue to grow. We love Allie McNeil. Bulldozer. I mean, he's just getting better. We're not taking anything away from Allie. We need Allie, and we love Allie. And so we need to put one more just big-time animal next to him. We've talked about Justin Madubuike. We've talked about Christian Wilkins. And obviously, those two are at the very top of the list for me. But just below them in third place. Now, listen, caveat, Chris Jones has already come out yesterday and said he's signing with the Chiefs. So forget about trying to sign him. Or obviously, he would be the number one. But, you know, we're going to respect him. We're going to honor, we're going to trust what he's saying because he's saying it. And so I see him back to the Chiefs. Madubuike, Wilkins, and now Leonard Williams, defensive tackle, Seattle Seahawks. That's the guy I'm looking at. Stout as ever in the run game. Okay. Still a big-time strength in the run game. That's what he's been known for, you know, for a long time now. But his pass rate, pressure rate is getting up. It's actually above 10% this last year. So now he had 35, 36 tackles, solo tackles from the defensive tackle spot. And he also had 5.5 sacks from the defensive tackle spot. Now, Madubuike, 13. Christian Wilkins, 9. So, yeah, not at that level right now, but man, if we could get Leonard Williams, that would be an outstanding pickup. Maybe not have to pay as much for him. I don't know. The market's just so volatile right now. I think these defensive tackles are going to be on the top of the priorities. I'm seeing a lot of teams targeting these defensive tackles, and so we might have to spend a little bit more. Now, love Leonard Williams. Think he's a solid pick. He's a part of the best position easily in free agency and defensive tackle. But there has to be a little pause button because there are some really good defense tackles in the draft too. So I'm seeing some names drop in the draft. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about the steal of the draft, though, at the 61st pick. for your beloved Detroit Lions. And that Edgerrin Cooper, Texas A&M linebacker, is the pick in at the 61st pick. Edgerrin is a run-stuffing, stick your nose in it kind of linebacker, straight downhill. All right? To the point where he almost led the nation, if he didn't, in tackles for losses with 17 in 2023 out of the SEC, mind you. So he also had 8 sacks. He also had 2 forced fumbles. So we talk about game changers and we talk about what Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell look for in their players, and they look for playmakers. The guys who are going to take the ball away, turnover machines, or the ability to create negative plays on defense. Well, Edgerrin Cooper is a walking, talking, all about it linebacker who's going to bring that to the Detroit Lions at a still. You got some mock drafts and some people saying he's the 20th best player in that range, best player in the draft, and he's slipping to 61. Absolute take, absolute run the card up. This guy is a game changer. Now, you take Jack Campbell, Edgerrin Cooper, and you leave those guys on the field. All right? Alex Anzalone, we got you. Okay? But linebackers get hurt. It's a rough spot. It's a tough position. And if you got 3, Coop, Campbell, and Anzalone with Barnes, forget about it. Okay, so that's the pick. 61st pick, Edgerrin Cooper, Texas A&M linebacker. And the numbers speak for himself. And this guy's just hitting his potential. Like, everybody's talking, this guy's a huge upstock. Like, he's going to be getting better and better and better. So a higher floor than Derek Barnes, think about it, with the same trajectory as Derek Barnes has been hitting over the last couple years now. So just that should be exciting. I want to hit on the draft a little bit more right now, though. I'm starting to think the best option with this 29th pick is actually to trade back. And I'm thinking trading back into the 40s and trying to get another either second or third round pick. We've got 2 third round picks, and now I'm starting to think, hey, if we could pick up a third, maybe a second, third rounds, and 2 second rounds. I mean, there is a ton of talent. I'm seeing Sweat, defensive tackle from Texas, at like 46. I'm seeing Nubin moving back down into the 60s. A safety that has dynamic range, is a run-stopping dude, solo tackle machine, and had 6 interceptions last year in the Big Ten. I mean, if we're going to start hearing all these names start sliding, I'll take all these guys. I mean, we'll be able to add a playmaking wide receiver. We'll be able to pick up 4 stout defenders, potential first-day starters on defense, and pick up a wide receiver who could start on day 1, too, as a punt returner as well. I'm starting to get a little bit to where I could see Detroit stacking picks, not in the first this year, but in the second and in third. And to the point where you could see them package some fifths and move up even more too. So that's what I'm seeing. It's going to be interesting. The NFL Combine's coming up, and there's going to be a lot of names. Only 32 can be picked in the first round. And I'm liking a lot of these names. And so excited for the Combine, excited for free agency to almost hit March 13th is coming around the corner. We've got names, and we're just going to keep on bringing them to you. So, with all that being said, take time to rejoice, pray, and give thanks, and go Lions!